I didn't see him. I didn't see him a shingle or anything like that. But the kids, next soldier down there, saw me when I fired,
Right.
and he told me afterwards, he said, you killed 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it,
Right.
but that's what he told me now. I take his word, I don't know.
How did you feel about that when you heard that, Marko?
Oh, you feel good. You
Okay.
feel good.
They were the enemy.
Your morale jumps up.
Okay. I know that here are some of the campaigns. You served in the Pacific, but some of the campaigns was Luzon, you mentioned it, New Guinea, and in the southern Philippines. That's
Yeah.
right, in the southern Philippines. And your duty again was an infantryman,
Right.
so that was your job. And you had combat service, you served on the fire, you were wounded, and you received the Purple Heart.
Right.
Okay, but you mentioned too that your unit, you felt, deserved other medals, but your company commander would not sign off on them. Why would he not sign off on them?
That's what he wants to do. What he wants to do. Like I say, we were screwballs. We gave him a hard time, and that was revenge from him on us. So.
And his commander said you should sign them, but he still.
Commander was agreeing. He didn't talk to him. He says, sign that up. You know, but he says no. They were screwballs, and we saved the company once.
Yeah.
We saved the company. We
how
was taking a shower in at the house, empty house, and we seen a Japanese column going over there towards us.
Right.
We run back down there, and there was a column of 2 of them. They knew that we were coming down there, so we deployed and we surrounded them. We ambushed them. And we killed about 50 of them.
Yeah. But that saved your own unit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's. See, they don't go for the glory anymore down there. I didn't go for the glory. You did your job, to do the job, to be there and do your job.
Yeah. What decorations and medals did you earn? Did you get?
Oh, no, I didn't get no decoration or anything except the Purple Heart, and that's it. I never applied for anything. I didn't do it, that's all.
Marko, you say that so casually, the Purple Heart, like that was nothing. That was something, that was very important.
Well, I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can talk today about it.
Yes. But I also read your service record, separation papers, and it said you earned the Asiatic Pacific Service Medal, the Good Conduct Medal, the Philippine Liberation Ribbon, the Purple Heart, and the World War II Victory Medal.
Right.
That's not nothing, that's a lot.
That's it.
You mentioned that you still have the Purple Heart. Are you going to pass that on to your children, or the Purple Heart?
No, I never give it. I never wear it. It's upstairs in the closet. I don't bother with it.
Yeah.
I know that I did what I did. That was the right thing to do. That's all.
Okay.
Medal of glory. I'm not for that.
But your service record, that's history.
That's what I'm interested
about. What you awarded. I asked you earlier about what was the most inspiring thing that happened to you during the war. You were talking about some nurses. What was that about again? A couple of nurses in the Pacific and the Philippines.
Right.
Refresh my mind, Marko. How were they inspiring to you? Why did you admire them?
Well, I forgot few of them. I forgot everything about it. The only thing I remember, the big things that we did in New Guinea. We captured 2 nurses 2 nurses from Philippines, Bataan, and 5 lieutenants, Japanese lieutenants. And when we captured them, the nurses, they were abused right and left. And one of them, one of the lieutenants, they protect them. He was with them, and they insist us to load the plane, take him, only him. The other ones, I don't know what happened.
To protect them?
Yeah.
Oh.
The men were with them
Yeah.
to the hospital, yes.
How about any of your, did you keep in touch with any of your buddies? You mentioned about protecting the one fellow from Georgia, or the rebel. You called him the rebel, he called you the Yankee.
The what?
You mentioned that you had one buddy that you took after. He was married,
Oh,
and you wanted to protect him. You gave him some good advice.
right.
Where was he from?
He was from Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia kid, yeah. Young kid, 21 years of age.
How old were you then? How old were you?
Now?
No, then, when he
Oh,
was
then
20.
I was 24. I was 24 years of age.
Okay. And he was the kid.
Yeah.
At 21. What advice did you give him?
I give him advice to be sharp on eyes, forget the home. He was married. He was only with his wife 3 or 4 weeks. And he was worrying about it. I says, don't worry about it. They're better off than you are. I says, you gotta watch for yourself.
Yeah.
And I says, keep your eyes open, be on the alert, and keep low. I says, when you go to combat, when you see it, when they fight, when you're under the fire, keep low as possible.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I have a lieutenant. He was in a sick company. How we got him mixed up with us in Mindanao. He was under the heavy fire. And his name was Lieutenant Robert Malone. He's from Cedarhurst, New Jersey, somewhere. And we were, me and him was on the roads. Now, machine gun was over there, we were over here, and this road coming like a lump over here on the side. And we was on this side over here, protecting us from the bullets from machine gun. And he went like this, and he got a bullet right there through the hand. And I says, lay down. I says, I'll put a sulfur on it, put a Band-Aid on it. It was getting dark at night.
Yeah.
There was banana trees,
Yes.
high about 10, 12 feet high. We went in there higher down there, and we got in contact with the rest of our unit. What happened to him, I never seen him.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew the bone was not cracked or anything like that. It was a straight shot between the bones
Right.
over here.
It went right through him. Went right through the arm.
Right through the arm.
Yeah.
He was with the high arm like John Wayne, if you see him, you know, like that. And they got it.
Not the smart thing to do. I know you've got some items that you brought back from your service in the Pacific. First of all, we want to show this photo. Was this taken after boot camp? This photograph taken of you after boot camp, or when was this photograph taken?
Oh, that was taken in New York City.
In New York City?
8th Avenue and 23rd Street.
You remember?
Oh, that's my neighborhood, and I used to hang around down there.
Okay. And I see the rank, you were a sergeant.
Yeah.
Your rank was sergeant.
I turned the sergeant twice. I turned it down reading, I don't want to read. I said, I'd rather have it rather have a stripe, single stripe. I says, I like to be private. This Lieutenant Robert Malone
Right.
in New Guinea, he put me down as a sergeant. I went to him, I says, I turned it down before, I says, I gotta turn it back in. You know what he said?
What?
It's an order, he says.
It's an order.
And when he says it's an order, you just shut your mouth and you gotta take it and be what he tell you.
Yeah.
And that's how I became sergeant.
Okay.
I don't want it.
But it was an order, so you had to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see that you have some service ribbons, and on the top there, I see you were a sharpshooter.
Yes, I was pretty good on it. Yeah.
Yes. And was that the M1 or the machine gun? The sharpshooter with the
No, that was in the basic training.
Okay.
That's in Camp Trough, South Carolina.
Carolina.
That's where I got my training.
Okay. Was that a Springfield or 3? The gun, the rifle, was it Springfield
That's
or
a rifle, yeah. Rifle.
Okay. Okay. You look so handsome there. Now this is interesting. This is money. This is Japanese money.
That is Japanese money, right?
So Rebecca can take a picture of it.
Oh.
What? How did you come by having this money? This Japanese?
Well, I got this all our money in New Guinea.
In New Guinea.
New Guinea, when we used to go on a patrol,
Right.
and you find them maybe 1 or 2 or something like that. If they don't want to be captured, you gotta give them slug. This over here, I got that Chinese money over here. That's good money.
Uh-huh. The
Seems
central bank.
to be those soldiers that were down there, they were in Manchuria, China, in 1935.
Wow.
You know, Japan was have a conflict with the Manchuria, China.
Yes.
And that's where the money, I think, they came down.
The Central Bank of China.
Yeah.
1947. 1,000. I don't know how you read the denominations, but they're very colorful. Very colorful. Do you have an idea what this might be worth today?
No, I don't know. I got the slightest idea.
Okay.
It could be worth money, I don't know, but
This to me is very interesting too. This is a lot
you
of
can have it if you want.
No, thank you. Tell us about this flag. What does this flag, it's a Japanese flag.
Yeah.
What's the significance? Where did you get this?
Oh, this one I got it in the Philippines.
Okay, how?
I have 4 of those, and I did have a battle flag, which is only a red circle,
Right,
plain on the side. It's about that big.
right.
I got that. But when I come back, when I got wounded, I went to the hospital, of course. They raided my Paris bags, and they took all 3 of them and the flag, the battle flag, and just had to give me this away.
This one.
Who took it?
I got an idea. Which is the supply sergeant.
Okay,
He knew. We got a training together in the States.
right.
We went overseas, and he became supply sergeant. Now in supply, he got everything, all the bags, whatever it is on it. He's the one that used to have a smile on me, you know. But I couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
I couldn't say nothing.
Did you buy this? How much did you buy
Oh,
this?
no.
No, you traded?
No, we have, they issue you, if you want a dagger, knife,
Right.
you stay there by the leggings over
Yes.
here on the side. And this thing's over here is fold right over here,
Like a belt.
and about, yeah.
Yeah.
They fold them over here, so what you do is take a dagger on the back, just cut it up the belt,
Right.
and you take the flag.
So this is what the Japanese soldiers
Yeah, this is
battle.
yeah, this is an individual soldier flag.
Okay.
In other words, all this name, that's all named Wish 'em luck.
Wish 'em luck.
That's what I was told.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a symbol of the rising sun?
The rising sun, they always like that, yes.
Right.
They buy that, I guess like that, I don't know. But the name on it,
Mm-hmm.
even the, you heard about the thousand sweet stitches
Yes.
belt.
Yes.
1,000 people texted in order to make the belt.
Wow.
I did have one, but it was shot.
Yeah.
I don't want a part of it. I don't want it. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But the only flag, that's the only thing I say. One of them I don't know who shot him, either I did or somebody else, whoever did. Flag was so folded around the waist, it was 92 holes in it. One bullet, 92 holes. Now you can imagine the way that was folded up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I sold that for $100.
Yeah. You mentioned that in the Philippines you had a lot of money and there was no place, you couldn't send it home, you couldn't mail the money home. So
No, you
you
can't.
would buy a case of Coke, I think you said for $75 or something?
There was no way to send it unless you go to Port Moresby, which is, Port Moresby is in New Guinea,
Right.
by the Australian down the channel.
Right,
That's a main supply in South Pacific,
right.
at a big base.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a lot of hospitals on there and everything else. That's what I was told. I never been there.
Yeah. So you couldn't mail the money home, so you
You could, how can you?
yeah. You
So
mentioned
you-
about how much for a case of beer?
Make it easy. I got a once up to $3,500 on me.
Yeah.
$3,500 on me, and I got a gambling. It was a gambling blackjack, and I got the automatic Colt 32. The girl wants $100. I gave him $100. I says, if you want to buy it back, I'll give it to you back. No, he don't want it, so I carry it right over here. Tommy going right over here. What the hell am I needing more than this? So in New Guinea, when you go out, that you want to go out on a date with the nurses or Lovrich, you gotta have a sidearm.
Right.
You have to have it. My lieutenant used to borrow a 32. We came to, everybody was borrowing because it's small line. There was no jobs, nothing in the area, but that's the rules of the army.
Yeah.
I came to Philippines at name on the island down there. I'll come to think of the name because I forgot. This Filipino captain, we was on the field down there, open field down there, and he says, who's Lovrich? Because on the uniform, that's all you got, your last name.
Right.
He said, who's the Lovrich? And the guy pointed him out, that's right down there, meaning me. And he come over to me, and he says, I understand you got a small pistol. I says, yeah. I says, what do you want it or what? He says, yeah. He says, we need it because we mingle with the Japs. And he says, we can shoot them without even being seen it. And his name was Francisco, something like that, from Cebu Island.
From where?
Cebu.
Cebu.
Cebu Island. He was from down there, Cebu Island. He gave me his address, and he says, if you go down there, see my wife, friends that treat you like a king.
Yeah.
I never want down there.
Yeah.
So this.
Now he was Japanese? Cebu, the fellow that...
No, Cebu was occupied already by some other outfit. I don't know. I was not on it. If you remember, the Navy was on there.
Yeah.
They got a battle.
Yes.
Cebu.
Yeah.
Subic Bay. They got
Subic
a
Bay.
battle down there, yes.
Yeah.
And he was on Panay Island. That's what I think.
That's the island?
Panay Island. That's where it happens. And you know this a lieutenant. He asked me. He says, how much do you want it for? I said, you told me what you need it for, right? I said, you killed one job for me. I said, you paid over the asses. I gave him a pistol, and I gave him 50 rounds of ammunition.
Mm.
I said, good luck to you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Where were you on VJ Day, when Japan surrendered? Where were you, Marko?
VJ Day, I was in the hospital.
Okay.
126 General Hospital, I was there.
That was from the wound in the neck?
Yeah. I was laid out for 3 months there.
Okay. And then, how soon after that did you come back to the States?
Yeah.
You
And
came back-
on the point system, yes, I did have 66 points. I needed 65. I was over.
Okay. So you came back home to New York City where you lived?
I lived with my brother for a while.
Okay.
And then I went to on the furnish room. I got the job, and I went to furnish room. And then I went to. I used to go out with a bunch of us, about 15 of us. We used to hang around ex-GIs, some of them, and not all. And we went to Rockaway Beach, Long Island. I met my wife over there.
Oh, okay.
And we got a date, and finally got married 2 years afterwards.
And you had how many children?
2 children, 2 daughters.
2 daughters? Okay. I had a question I wanted to ask. Oh, you mentioned before, because I don't think the people today, the young people, would understand, when you came out of the service and you were looking for work and you couldn't find work, you were part of the 5220 Club.
Yeah.
What was that, Marko? 5220 Club?
That's $20 a week. And
For how long?
well, I was on that 5220 Club. I was near the river down. My brother used to live near the Hudson River, West
Yes.
Hudson River. He was a longshoreman.
Okay.
I worked longshoreman for about 6 months. I had more money than I needed.
So you stopped getting the $20 a week?
I was collecting $20 a week, plus those down there.
A longshoreman's job?
I didn't report. I didn't report it to the office, you know,
Uh-huh.
because that was temporary. 1 week you might make a couple of $100.
Yeah.
The next week you don't make nothing, you know.
Yeah. And what,
We have about 5 minutes, George, on the tape, just so you know.
okay. Just one final question. What's your final thoughts about being in the Army in the Second World War? What can you tell, like, the younger generation today about what war is all about, Marko, and what you experience as an Army veteran?
Well, today it's entirely different. They got a better equipment. They got a better chance to survive unless the atomic bomb hits them or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I wish I was young. That's all I can say. Oh, being
Yeah.
I would like to go in the Army.
Yes. You would want to go
I
back?
did like it, yeah.
Yes.
I did like it.
Yeah. Well, there's one veteran to another. Thank you for your service.
Fred, George, pleasure.